My leg is the crumple zone if I hit something. Maybe I should slow down. Well, hey y'all, and welcome back to Doug's Cars. Today we're going to talk about something British. And yeah, I'm sitting in my Range Rover, but that's not what we're going to talk about. It's actually right here in front of me. It is a 1972 Triumph TR6 in British racing green with a camel interior. These were designed by Michelotti, and I believe they were built by Carman. They were built from the late 60s to the mid 70s, and they made about 85,000 of these. And honestly, I didn't realize that most of them did not stay in the UK. This shape was very much beloved in the US, and something like 90% of these were for export. And a lot of them came to the US, California, Florida, places like that, where these would just be daily transportation for people who, you know, could drive a convertible in all weather, or in California, one kind of weather. Because this in the UK, I don't know how good the fit and finish is on this top. I mean, it is old, but yeah, I can see my fingers there. Yeah, this is, yeah, you don't want to take this through a car wash. That would be very bad. So underneath this long bonnet is a 2.5 liter straight six that was a Triumph engine. Now the successor to this vehicle was the TR7, which also became the TR8. A lot of those were sold in the US. I can remember those when I was a kid. They're the wedge shape. They made a coupe and a convertible, I believe, and those had the Rover 3.5 liter V8, which is kind of like what's in my Range Rover here. Oh no, I have two British cars in my driveway. Quick, someone send lots of oil and electricity. Okay, let's take a look at the inside of this car. It's got a typical, you know, wood panel dash, as you'd expect, with Smith's gauges. Fully complete gauge package. Imagine some of them might actually work. There is an aftermarket radio here that looks like it's got some kind of Bluetooth connectivity, because that's a microphone. Wipe wash, hazards. That's obviously a fan. I guess that's a heater matrix. I don't know. I have no idea what that does. Adjust the steering wheel height in reference to the seat. Yeah, no clue. Cute that it has that. This car was, I believe, one of the first vehicles, at least I can remember in the US, to have the Union Jack stickers on the back that you see like on any Mini Cooper nowadays. Has them on the mirrors and the mirror caps on the roof and things like that. But really, you know, a nice interior, you know, nice camel vinyl seats. We've got a very basic roof or hood without an interior lining, because that's the way things were done then. And of course, no back seat, because this is cramped enough for me. I'm surprised I can get my head in here with the top up. I can't get in Miatas with the top up, and I'm not really that tall, but I'm tall enough that that would not be a fun thing to do. You've got actual roll-up windows here. So this is a fancy car. I mean, you've got, like I said, a straight six, so a competitor to this is like an Austin Healey 3000, and I recently reviewed one of those, so if you want to take a look at that video, I'll link to it up above, and you can check out that video. That car is beautiful, and it sounds really good, and that was a lot of fun to drive. That was the first time I'd driven really a British sports car. I've got the keys. Let's fire this thing up, take it around the block, see how it does. But first I want to see how the trunk is, because why not? Oh, okay, it's really stiff. Okay, so that's an interesting trunk. It's definitely, oh, it's got a light that doesn't function. It's got the kind of hinge that a lot of BL cars had. Plasticky, cardboardy panel there. Doesn't go down very deep. Oh, good, oil. So I'm guessing the spare is underneath here. Let's see. I don't know how to get that up. Maybe here? Oh yeah, so there is a full spare. That's good. And all right, I'm not sure that locks. But yeah, I've always been a fan of these wheels for some reason. They're very simple, but they also really suit the design of this car. Michelotti did a great job in designing this. I think James May once described this as a masculine car, which is an odd thing to say, but I kind of get it. If you step back and take a good look at this design, it kind of does look masculine. It doesn't have the feminine curves of like an E-Type Jag, which of course is one of the most beautiful cars in the world, and this is more of a handsome car, and well, that's the term you use for guys, right? Let's go for a drive. All right, well, I'll try to get in here. Yeah, This that's my knee there against the dash. I can kind of reach the pedals there. This is going to be interesting. Don't think this was designed for me other than the roof. And I can't get the seat to move back any further, so I'm guessing this is as far back as it goes. Okay, folks, I've wedged myself in here. I'm gonna shut the door. All right, I had to stick you to the dash because the windshield angle is just not right to set this up, and of course the dash is not perfectly smooth like a windshield, so we'll see how long the suction cup lasts. Let's fire her up. Ooh, nice. First. I'm guessing reverse is over here. Oh, that's stalled. Okay. Okay, she needs a little help there. There's reverse. Okay, backing down my Rubicon trail of a driveway. It's not a fun driveway for these kinds of cars. Something that needs to be addressed at some point. Oh, good, a little straight. Got to give her a little gas in reverse. Wow, I haven't driven a car that needed gas in reverse in a while. First. That's first. Oh, it's so cramped in here. You'll have no idea how cramped this car is, really. Shift's fine though, once you get her going. This thing actually says trafficator for the turn signal, which is, it's got a nice turn signal note. My inner hub nut comes out, which slows significantly down when you're not revving the engine, which is interesting. All right, still learning the clutch. Didn't stall, that's good. Does sound really nice, doesn't it? Straight six, not self-canceling turn signals. And again, my inner hub nut is very happy about that. And into third. The hood definitely shivers when you're driving. Very interesting. This is cool though. I just wish I had like this much more knee room, because my knee is against that weird fan button thing, basically, which hopefully won't come on. A little hill here. Can I do it? I can do it. That's what driving a stick shift since 1993 can do for you. You can drive just about anything. All right. I first learned to drive on a stick shift on a 1987 Volkswagen Passat turbo diesel wagon in Germany. That was no power steering, no power brakes. It was just refrigerator white, but it was a fun little ride. This was the first time I did that, and it had so much torque in the world, even though it had like 65 horsepower because it was a turbo diesel. Boy, everything shakes and shimmies and rattles and rolls. I bet with the top down, I'm not even going to attempt to try to do that because it's not my car and it's not power. I'm not going to mess with it. I bet with the top down you wouldn't notice those as much because you'd have the wind in the hair and, you know, just the fun of that open top motoring. But at the moment, I mean, it's a 72 in case you didn't notice from the personalized tags that are on this car. So it's what, almost 50 years old, 48-year-old car. So, and as far as I know, non-restored. It may have been repainted, but I think this is all original. And yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit twistier road here with some hills. That's, you know, a little better surface to drive on, and we'll see what it's like to actually go above 1200 RPM. Neutral, trafficator on. Somebody coming. Nice. Does sound good, doesn't it, folks? That wind noise out here. I don't think this is a 5-gear car. I think 4 is as far as you go. So going about an indicated 37 miles an hour in 4th gear, turning just around 2,000. So yeah, on the highway, this would be really loud. But out here, not too bad. But this is what it's for. It's not meant to be an Autobahn cruiser. This is meant for what the Brits would call B roads, which is kind of what this is. All this is through someone's neighborhood, but hey, it's got nice hills like, whoa, here we go. And then down, just like a roller coaster. Like the old Rebel Yell at King's Dominion. Oh, that sounds good. Cars are noisy now. Performance cars have loud exhausts, and it's fine. I like that. I like the brap on the overrun, the pop, pop, pop. That's kind of cool, but this is just an honest, raucous, roarty exhaust. The way it should be. There's nothing like a straight six. I've had a ton of straight sixes in my life. They're such a nice, smooth, torquey engine. Had a bunch from American companies like Jeep, which has made a great 4-liter straight six for a long time, and a bunch from BMW. And I grew up driving a 3-liter straight six from Mercedes in the W124 model. They're just great engines. I know a lot of cars have gone back to that. Mazda just announced they're making a straight six, rear-wheel drive. That might get me to sway back from BMW because I don't like those crazy grills they have now. Does anybody? 3,000 revs just really sounds good. Boy, are you really crammed up in here. If you're 5'7", this is a fantastic car for you, but if you're not, it handles well, and it stops pretty well. And yeah, it's got manual steering and manual brakes, but it weighs nothing. This has no safety. You're the crumple zone. My leg is the crumple zone if I hit something. Maybe I should slow down. Wiper action. Wow, 2-speed wipers. Fantastic. This car also has the old-fashioned, old-school flash to pass high beam button down on the floor next to the clutch pedal. In cars this old, that's where they were. And they usually were the first things to rust out because it's bare metal. This is a piece of automotive history, the Triumph TR6. Please, if you get the opportunity to drive one of these, do it. I know I say that on all of my videos, but I drive a lot of cool stuff that I would never have gotten to drive otherwise. So do it. Once again, stay safe, y'all. There's some crazy things going on in the world right now, and I want to hear from everybody that they're happy and healthy. Thanks again for watching Doug's Cars. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Bye-bye.